many great sons and many daughters. We have the land, yeah, where many ask for. We never see Katrina, nah, those disaster. I feel nice, we come from the golden city. Girl born in gold dust, so we show them pretty. The man full of faith, we nah know none was slippy. Guyana, me say big up on no city. Cause this is the dear land of the free, land of the many waters, resources and trees, land of the rivers and seas. I proud, Phoebe, Guyanese, land of the Amerindians, the Africans, the East Indians, and Portuguese, not to mention the Europeans and the Chinese. Them feel blessed from Guyana, this breeze. Cause enough people tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live. Land of the biggest one drop fast. Plus we have the longest floating bridge. We from South America, some say the Caribbean, but still a thanks we a give. Alright, 1, 2, mic check. View from gravity, are the nicest. Match time, my city, are the hypest. We see them gyal wind up in a some liquor tie dress. We hustle from morning till night catch. Them finno Guyanese, get a youth not like rest. House and car, them finno we like press. Check the bank line them, we not like check. We got gold and diamond, them thing priceless. Timber bauxite, then check the aisle next. GDF, Miami is the finest. I mean not talk about the sugar, nor the rice yet. So a marshal, I drop the Guyanese bomb for feed the nation, that's the Guyanese plan. Big up a kilo, them with them Guyanese land, Guyana, that's where them Guyanese from. People tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live. Land of the biggest one drop fast. Plus we have the longest floating bridge. We from South America, some say the Caribbean, but still a thanks we a give. I came from a land, it have many water, many great sons and many daughters. Is we have the land where many ask for. We never see Katrina or nah, those disaster. I feel nice, we come from the golden city. Girl born in gold dust, so we sure them pretty. The man full of faith, we nah know none was slippy. Guyana, we say big up on no city. Enough people tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live. Land of the biggest one drop fast. Plus we have the longest floating bridge. We from South America, some say the Caribbean, but still a thanks we a give. Hello, Wagwan. I the nuclear family, hey master, one up fully. A one-time records, a 592, we think that. Hello, Wagwan.
Hey yo, my G, where you from?
Guyana.
Ghana?
No, Guyana. Yeah. Hello, Wagwan. Yeah. I came from a land, it have many water, many great sons and many daughters. We have the land, yeah, where many ask for. We never see Katrina, nah, those disaster. I feel nice, we come from the golden city. Girl born in gold dust, so we show them pretty. The man full of faith, we nah know none was slippy. Guyana, me say big up on no city. Cause this is the dear land of the free, land of the many waters, resources and trees, land of the rivers and seas. I proud, Phoebe, Guyanese, land of the Amerindians, the Africans, the East Indians, and Portuguese, not to mention the Europeans and the Chinese. Them feel blessed from Guyana, this breeze. Cause enough people tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live. Land of the biggest one drop fast. Plus we have the longest floating bridge. We from South America, some say the Caribbean, but still a thanks we a give. Alright, 1, 2, mic check. View from gravity, are the nicest. Match time, my city, are the hypest. We see them gyal wind up in a some liquor tie dress. We hustle from morning till night catch. Them finno Guyanese, get a youth not like rest. House and car, them finno we like press. Check the bank line them, we not like check. We got gold and diamond, them thing priceless. Timber bauxite, then check the aisle next. GDF, Miami is the finest. I mean not talk about the sugar, nor the rice yet. So a marshal, I drop the Guyanese bomb for feed the nation, that's the Guyanese plan. Big up a kilo, them with them Guyanese land, Guyana, that's where them Guyanese from. People tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live. Land of the biggest one drop fast. Plus we have the longest floating bridge. We from South America, some say the Caribbean, but still a thanks we a give. I came from a land, it have many water, Many great sons and many daughters. Is we have the land. What many ask for, we never see Katrina or nah, those disaster. I feel nice. We come from the golden city. Girl born in gold dust, so we sure them pretty. The man full of faith, we not know none must slippy. Guyana, we say big up on the city. Enough people tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live. Land of the biggest one drop fast. Plus we have the longest floating bridge. We from South America. Some say the Caribbean, but still a thanks we a give. Hello, Wagwan. I the nuclear family. Hey, master, one up fully. A one-time records. A 592, we think that. Hello, Wagwan.
Hey, yo, my G, where you from?
Guyana.
Ghana?
No, Guyana. Yeah. Hello, Wagwan. Yeah. I came from a land. It have many water, many great sons and many daughters. And we have the land, yo, where many ask for. We never see Katrina, nah, those disaster. I feel nice, we come from the golden city. Girl born in gold dust, so we show them pretty. The man full of faith, me nah know none must slippy. Guyana, me say big up on no city. Cause this is the dear land of the free. Land of the many waters, resources and trees. Land of the rivers and seas. I proud, Phoebe, Guyanese. Land of the Amerindians, the Africans, the East Indians. And Portuguese, not to mention the Europeans and the Chinese. Them feel blessed from Guyana, this breeze. Cause enough people tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live. Land of the biggest one drop fast. Plus we have the longest floating bridge. We from South America. Some say the Caribbean, but still a thanks we a give. Alright, 1, 2, mic check. View from gravity, are the nicest. Match time, my city. Are the hypest, we see them gyal wine up in a some liquor tight dress. We are hustle from morning till night catch. Them finno Guyanese, get a youth not like rest. House and car, them finno we like press. Check the bank line them. We not like check. We got gold and diamond, them thing priceless. Timber bauxite, then check the aisle next. GDF, Miami is the finest. I mean I talk about the sugar, nor the rice yet. So a marshal, I drop the Guyanese bomb. For feed the nation, that's the Guyanese plan. Big up a kilo, them with them Guyanese and Guyana. That's where them Guyanese from. People tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live. Land of the biggest one drop fast. Plus we have the longest floating bridge. We from South America. Some say the Caribbean, but still a thanks we a give. I came from a land. It have many water, many great sons and many daughters. Is we have the land. What many ask for, we never see Katrina or nah, those disaster. I feel nice, we come from the golden city. Girl born in gold dust, so we sure them pretty. The man full of faith, we not know none must slippy. Guyana, we say big up on the city. Enough people tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live. Land of the biggest one drop fast. Plus we have the longest floating bridge. We from South America. Some say the Caribbean, but still a thanks we a give. Hello, Wagwan. I the nuclear family. Hey, master, one up fully. A one-time records. A 592, we think that. Hello, Wagwan.
Hey, yo, my G, where you from?
Guyana.
Ghana?
No, Guyana. Yeah. Hello, Wagwan. Yeah. I came from a land. It have many water, many great sons and many daughters. And we have the land, yo, where many ask for. We never see Katrina, nah, those disaster. I feel nice, we come from the golden city. Girl born in gold dust, so we show them pretty. The man full of faith, me nah know none must slippy. Guyana, me say big up on no city. Cause this is the dear land of the free. Land of the many waters, resources and trees. Land of the rivers and seas. I proud, Phoebe, Guyanese. Land of the Amerindians, the Africans, the East Indians. And Portuguese, not to mention the Europeans and the Chinese. Them feel blessed from Guyana, this breeze. Cause enough people tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live. Land of the biggest one drop fast. Plus we have the longest floating bridge. We from South America. Some say the Caribbean, but still a thanks we a give. Alright, 1, 2, mic check. View from gravity, are the nicest. Match time, my city. Are the hypest. We see them gyal wind up in a some liquor tight dress. We hustle from morning till night catch them finno. Guyanese get a youth not like rest. House and car them finno we like press. Check the bank line them. We not like check. We got gold and diamond them thing priceless. Timber bauxite then check the aisle next. GDF, Miami is the finest. I mean talk about the sugar, nor the rice yet. So a Marshall, I drop the Guyanese bomb. For feed the nation, that's the Guyanese plan. Big up a kilo, them with them Guyanese slang. Guyana, that's where them Guyanese from. People tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live. Land of the biggest one drop falls. Plus we have the longest floating bridge. We from South America, some say the Caribbean. But still a thanks we a give. I came from a land, it have many water. Many great sons and many daughter. Is we have the land. What many ask for, we never see Katrina or nah, those disaster. I feel nice, we come from the golden city. Girl born in gold dust, so we sure them pretty. The man full of faith, we not know none was slippy. Guyana, we say big up on the city. Enough people tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live. Land of the biggest one drop fast. Plus we have the longest floating bridge. We from South America, some say the Caribbean, but still a thanks we a give. Hello, Wagwan. I the nuclear family, hey master one up fully. A one-time records, a 592, we think that. Hello, Wagwan.
Hey yo, my G, where you from?
Guyana.
Ghana?
No, Guyana. Yeah. Hello, Wagwan. Yeah. I came from a land. It have many water, many great sons and many daughter. And we have the land, yo, where many ask for. We never see Katrina, nah, those disaster. I feel nice, we come from the golden city. Girl born in gold dust, so we show them pretty. The man full of faith, we not know none was slippy. Guyana, me say big up on no city. Cause this is the dear land of the free. Land of the many waters, resources and trees. Land of the rivers.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry about the late start. Having some technical difficulties. Still in Region 1. Morning to everybody across the 10 administrative regions. Morning to the persons joining us across the diaspora. Special good morning to the persons in the comment section. Thank you guys for continuing to support. Thank you guys for continuing to be here. I'm coming to you guys from the Port Kaituma airstrip here in Region 1, right? I will be moving around the region today looking at various projects, and there's also some activities scheduled for later on. I'll post some photos, right? Morning, guys. Morning. Hope everybody had a wonderful night's rest and they're ready to go today. You got some chicks coming in and doing some chicken rear in here. Again, I'm coming to you live from the Port Kaituma, the Port Kaituma airstrip. And guys, this morning I brought a laptop with me. It doesn't seem to be. Actually it's a laptop I wasn't using for a while. So as I decided to go surf and look for content, the laptop decided not to be too Catholic anymore. You understand? But what are we gonna do? The show must go on. How's everybody doing? And we all want us to discuss this morning. So we can let the comment section dictate who we talking about. Morning to Rowena Lal. Oh, let me flip this around. Yeah, morning to Rowena Lal. Morning to Eunice Raghubeer. Right, there we go. Morning, guys. So I'm not gonna stay long on this live because we're gonna be moving out here. We just have to get some breakfast and then we're heading further into Port Kaituma. One thing I want to address this morning. Yesterday I did live in the afternoon speaking to ungrateful people, right? Speaking to ungrateful people. Now, I understand that there are some persons who are unable to deduce when someone is doing something for them, trying to help them, trying to make their lives better. But it is up to us who have more leveled heads to explain to them and take them out of their foolishness and their tomfoolery, right? So, as I said, I was talking about the young lady, Miss Richmond, who was so upset with City Councilor Stephen Jacobs for posting a video that she did, you understand, about the core home that she received, right? About the core home that she received. Now, I went to Councillor Jacobs' page. I didn't see anything that was out of the way that he said. I didn't see anything that he said that would have made her feel bad, like she needy or she bad. Nothing of the sort. He posted several videos of persons who were saying thank you for the help that they would have received in terms of this core home. Right? Now, again, same point I made yesterday. How could you be so ungrateful? So ungrateful. Yes, you paid for your lot. Nobody is denying that. You paid a subsidized cost for your lot. Because if you had to pay the whole cost, remember you buy the lot and couldn't bill, you know. You buy the lot and you couldn't bill. So you had to pay for your lot. You paid a subsidized cost for your lot. And you contributed $100,000 towards the I wouldn't even say towards the construction of the home. That was the requirement, that you contribute 100,000 and you own the home. The people select you, and then you go and you get a free house. Well, in my view, I think it's free because 100,000 could never put you in anything close to compare to what the Core Home Initiative is giving you. You understand? And for you to cuss and go on, but you pay for house, that's paying for anything. And oftentimes I say, despite that, if Miss Richmond comes again for help, they will help her. They will help her. You understand? That same Miss Richmond, just now go and collect a set of because we care for them children. Yeah. Not living in the house. That should pay or contribute $100,000 to. And that is what I want to remind persons. Right? You going on and you are receiving multiple benefits from the administration. I don't give a damn who says is taxpayers' money, because it's up to the administration whether you get it or not. And a previous administration didn't even want to give you $10,000. You understand? Miss Richmond, go in and collect. I saw about 3 children. At least minimum $150,000. You understand? Just because they care. Just because they care. They saw where Miss Richmond was living and they say, you know something? Core home. Let these young ladies that she bringing up, right? That she couldn't provide a home for. That she couldn't provide a home for on her own. Let me put them someplace safe. You understand? And that is the response. That is the outlook from the beneficiary. From the beneficiary. It is crazy. It is crazy. Oh my goodness. It's crazy. But Miss Richmond, let me see what this person said. Yeah. So, Miss Richmond, I'm asking you to reevaluate yourself. Count your blessings. Get on your knees and pray to God to refashion your mind and your thinking. Me saying get on your knees and praise the government. Go and praise God that he allowed for a president like Irfan Ali to be elected. and he allowed for a leader like the general secretary for that party that's in power now to be passionate and compassionate about Guyanese who are less fortunate and do something for them so that they could uplift themselves and the family and create generational wealth. You know who getting the $100,000 house that she contribute to? Them same little children that coming up under her. That's who can get it. And that is the purpose the government was trying to put forward. We don't want you leaving your children like how you parents probably left you with nothing to get off the ground with. You understand? We don't want you to always wondering if your landlord will come and throw you out or something. You understand? So, again, get on your knees, Miss Richmond, and ask God to refashion your mind, to take it, to elevate it a little bit so that you can appreciate the efforts of the administration and the people who put in that effort, the core home team, the housing team that work with you to ensure that you could have moved into that home that you cry up in the video about. Pray, Miss Richmond, pray. Anyway, we're moving on. So I see Fata wash your hands. I see Fata wash your hands a certain thing. Listen, I always say this to people. If who don't hear this feel. You understand? Who don't hear this feel? I always say that to them. I always do. Who don't hear the gut feel? And Fata felt. I heard Fata say she cheer and cry 2 nights of shit. She cheer and cry 2 nights of shit because she sleep in the lockups. 2 nights. And that's what I want some of them to understand. These people that they're running behind to follow, right? These people that they're running behind to follow don't have no time with them. They don't have not a single time with them. Not a single time with them. Mind you, in Mabaruma where I was, or a set of people complaining about Sherrod Duncan. I said to them, the one who we come up there for. I can get some interviews to y'all and we gonna play them. You understand? I said to them, one who wish Sherrod Duncan coming up, running in people's school, all kind of thing. Look, could you imagine the last president of this country has an indigenous wife. Former President Granger has an indigenous wife. And the way that indigenous people were treated and berated under that administration, it is flabbergasting. You understand me? Flabbergasting. So today, people, I'll post the photos to Facebook. I'm not going to do a live. I got the Starlink, but I haven't set up the services yet. So I knew I was coming to places that would have had digital signal, but the signal comes and goes. So I had to get some Wi-Fi from the airport, right? But guys, no sort of real investment in these areas. Now that you come, at least the last 4 indigenous communities that I went to, right? Concrete roads, water running to people's house. You understand? Resurface airstrip, those kinds of things. And that's what you call investment in the people in the area. That's what these people want. Not people fear mongering and trying to tell them the government is not doing anything with the border situation. Come up here to waste his time and to intimidate people, trying to get them frightened. I honestly feel that there are persons in this country who are looking forward to a situation. I would even hypothetically speak it into being, but y'all understand what I'm saying. I honestly feel there are persons who are looking for that, looking or hoping for that to happen. That we are put in a position where we must defend ourselves. And I'm telling you right now, a lot of these people here that are wishing for this, they are the first ones who are going to cut and run. The first ones who are going to cut and run. I promise y'all that. The first set who will cut and run. You think if anything happened, Sherrod gonna take his little theory behind to the front line? Highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. But we gonna see. We gonna see. I ain't hear nothing but as press conference yet. Anybody got any information they could share with me? I don't want to miss it. If I have to leave now on the next plane and get the tongue, I'm coming. So guys, if y'all hear anything, any whisper about the ass press conference, I want to be there. Y'all shout your boy. Shout your boy. Right? Now, there is going to be because we care distribution happening in Port Kaituma today. As I said, I'll share some of those photos with you guys a little later on Facebook, right? I'm not gonna have a long live this morning. I didn't really get to prepare. Listen, when y'all coming into the interior, oh my god. So look, I'm gonna do like critical and give y'all a little personal experience. So last night I'm at State House in Mabaruba, and the bathroom is not in the room. The toilet is not in the room. So I get up to go outside. Well, not outside. Well, to the bathroom in the building, to use it, and leaving the bathroom to go back to my room, going to wash my hands at the sink. As I go to turn on the pipe, if you see the size of this, I don't even know what to call it. It's some sort of beetle. But if you see the size of this sucker, I was like, what? So y'all buy them wash hand. I go back in and I was like, forget, no, not doing that. Go back inside now. Wake up this morning. I was making some early morning calls, packing my bag to head to Port Kaituma. And guess what? From under the bed, I don't know if it's the same one or a next one, but they had the same size. Come crawling out, and I was like, champ, you in here with me? You in here with me? Thank God this man didn't crawl up on the bed. You understand? I don't know if I would have been alive this morning to talk to y'all. If you see the size of this thing, the mosquitoes here as well. Humongous. Humongous. Guyana is indeed the land of the giants. You know? So if you guys come back home anytime this year soon, you know, make a trip to Port Kaituma. There's an airstrip right here where you guys can land. You don't have to take the boat all the way, or you could land at Mabaruba and take the boat in to Port Kaituma. It's all up to you. You understand? But explore your country. Explore your country. I also saw y'all is trouble. Y'all is trouble in this comment section. Anyway, I also saw the police would have released the well, not the document itself, but the findings from the postmortem examination. I read the release that they had. I am now waiting to hear what is said from the point of these US pathologists. I saw a video of Francis Bailey. I don't know if it was a live he did last night or the night before when he did the live, but he took extra effort to try to discredit the pathologists that were brought here to do the initial necropsy. Right? He tried to discredit them. And I must say, and he tried to boost the credentials of this guy from Trinidad, the guy who had the autopsy issue with the Coast Guard people or whatever it is. Now, here's what I'm saying. And he also asked for persons to check the background of those pathologists, which I will do, and I will present that information to you in a subsequent live stream. The credentials and the background history of the 3 pathologists that were here. He also made a claim that the family didn't want the pathologist that they selected. Now, all I'm saying is this. This is the first time that I am hearing of this information. First time I'm hearing it, right? The family would have identified a lawyer, a family doctor, and a pathologist that they would have wanted. Now, for them to now say, or for, I'm sorry, they didn't say, for Francis Bailey to now say that, oh, sorry, yeah, for Francis Bailey to now say that um, the, the family was unable to get the pathologist that they want is complete BS, right? It is complete BS. And if that was the case, why didn't they say so from earlier? Since before these people got here, we were hearing about the family selected a pathologist and the government bringing them in. You understand? That is what we heard. If that was not the pathologist that you guys selected, why didn't why didn't anybody say so? Why ain't nobody in say so? No, you're trying to make it seem like you didn't get the pathologist that you selected. Dr. Caleb was not your doctor, and Darren Wade was not your attorney. I really don't understand what's wrong with these people, you know. On a serious note, I don't. And this is becoming rather stressful. This is becoming rather stressful. What? Parking close by. Just a second, guys. No, I didn't. Yeah, so we're getting the Starlink set up because I am currently on the, as I said, the airport's Wi-Fi. So we're getting the Starlink set up in the pickup there, um, so that we could probably be mobile a little later, right? Adrienne Young is in the USA. Her family is there with her. We will we will hear what those findings are, right? And I'm waiting patiently to see what what the next steps will be when those findings are released. Um, whether it's in support of, if it is in support of the initial autopsy, I'm waiting to see what we'll hear from certain quarters. And in the case where it doesn't support what the first autopsy says, then people need to get into serious trouble. Serious trouble. You understand? Anyway, guys, I need to go have some breakfast. We're about to leave the airstrip to head into the various distribution points. I'll try my best to bring that to you, um, either by pictures or live. But thank you guys for joining the broadcast. Again, I'm coming to you guys from Port Kaituma here at the airstrip, and it's clear to see development in these regions. Clear to see, and development that has transformed the lives of a lot of people. Again, I told you there's several people in not Port Kaituma, Babaruba that I spoke with that highlighted the transformation of their community and the works that are being done. You understand? The works that are being done in these communities. So that's all for me for now. I'll talk to you guys a little later in the day. Sorry for the short broadcast, but at least we still had the morning live. Um, Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, I don't see any. I don't see anything that any questions that need answering. Oh, y'all got all the information I have. You understand? So again, I'm saying let's wait on that second autopsy, and based on that, we'll make our decision. But honestly, any time that it matches up with what we already know, I am anxious to see what the response will be. So it's just somebody got dog in a bucket. Oh Lord. Oh my guy. They're traveling the dog in the bucket. Yeah, so these plates usually are load up. They bring in portions, ration, spears. Yeah, that's crazy. Lady got that. Lady got that dog in the bucket. That's. Mm. Oh my god. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here, and as I usually say before I go, it's all about peace. It's all about love. It's all about one Guyana.